law-abiding biker podcast.
This is a
Love it.
That's ridiculous.
Production. The Lab podcast is both extreme and bold, so if you're faint of heart, call the medics now.
Join the law-abiding biker community
Where every voice is important.
at lawabidingbiker.com.
If you want to be entertained and educated, then look no further. You can listen to the Lab podcast on
iTunes,
Zoom,
BlackBerry,
Stitcher Radio.
or right from lawabidingbiker.com. Hola papi, ven y escucha otro episodio del Lab.
This is for Chewy. New intro song. Although I think we played it before.
I think you may have.
Welcome back to all our fellow bikeaholics out there. And thank you for returning to another loaded episode of the LAB. I said LAB, I meant Lab podcast.
Loaded like a baby's diapers.
Attaboy. This is the official law-abiding biker podcast after all. Mm-hmm. Do you need any therapy there, Chewy?
Just whiskey.
Just whiskey, all right. Well, if you do need therapy, then this is the only prescribed therapy you will need. This podcast, bro. This podcast is for the motorcycle majority after all. That's everybody. The
9-9.
percenters. Attaboy. It's not for one group. It is for the motorcycle majority. Like Lurch says, the 99 percenters speaks to all motorcycle enthusiasts. So if you think you can handle it, mount up and come along for another wild ass ride. Just a catchy tune, isn't it, Chewy?
It is.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. This is Ryan Erlacher, your host of the Law Abiding Biker Podcast, and your
High-tech redneck.
you almost froze up, dude.
Almost dropped the ball.
Oh, dude, Chewy, almost froze, dude. And that was Chewy in the intro, doing the Law Abiding Biker Podcast and the Chewy call.
The mating call of the Sasquatch.
I'm just wondering what's going to happen when all of this is gone. Are we going to keep
You're still
that
Chewy.
same?
You'll
Okay.
always be Chewy, dude.
All right.
We can't get rid of it now.
Oh, boy.
If you guys didn't hear, Chewy was
Devirginized.
podcast, popped his podcast cherry on the last podcast, which, well, I don't know
May or
if
may
it'll be
not
last.
be.
It may or may not be. But
Last one we recorded.
it was the Sons
evening.
of Anarchy,
Right.
episodes 5 and 6 of season 6. So welcome back, even though you didn't leave, to the studio.
Thanks.
Well, we did go outside and have dinner.
We did. We went out and had
My
dinner.
wife made a lovely chili.
Dude,
Had
baked
a little
potato.
Spanish flair to it. That
Very,
was
very
nice.
good.
Now you guys know why I am fat.
I do.
Hola papi.
That's just for you guys.
I guess
Hola,
technically had a
papi.
Mexican flair.
Yeah.
She's not from Spain.
No.
My apologies.
No. She
That's
is from
from-
Mexico.
Good grub.
But it is now. You know why I'm fat. So, yeah.
It's pretty much all healthy.
It is, but I just overeat. That's when it's that good. And it's portion control.
I did have 3 bowls of that
Thank
chili.
you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's not that it's not healthy. It's
Could
portion
get a
control.
little funky in here later.
Ugh.
I hope not. I hope we get this episode done before that happens.
It's going to be my mission in life to flatulate.
Yeah. And if you want that episode, and I forget the number of that, dude. Do you remember?
I don't know. The Beauty and Flatulence is what it was called.
I don't remember how to
that's
spell it, dude.
hilarious.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I'm going to guess 13.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Whatever. Look it up.
Oh, yeah. Finding the Beauty and Flatulence,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
that's
Yeah.
what it was.
Episode 16.
Oh,
Close.
that was
Yep.
pretty close.
And I just want to tell the listeners out there real quick, because I've told you before, but I do want to remind everybody that I do copious show notes, and anything we talk about in our podcasts, And any links we have, anything like that, it's not just a quick description. I put YouTube videos, I put links we talk about, I talk about the episodes. So if you want to refer back at any time, because you may be listening in iTunes or Stitcher Radio or somewhere else, just
Zune.
Or Zune.
Or maybe just right from the webpage.
Or Stitcher Radio.
Yeah.
Or right from lawabidingbiker.com.
Darn tootin'.
Mm-hmm. But all you need to do is find the episode number you're on. So if you're on episode 16, it would be lawabidingbiker.com/16. It's that easy. So it's just lawabidingbiker.com/ and the episode number. And if it's a single digit number, like 8, it would be 08 or 09. So I want to throw that out there because I have had some people ask, and that is how easy it is, because this show is going to have some copious show notes. And of course, all the other ones do too. So you can go see the videos we're talking about and or the links. So with that said, it's been a while. Lurch over there has iTunes popped up, and we have a couple reviews on there that we have not read. And I just want to tell you guys, please go to iTunes. I know everybody's busy. It would really help us if you would go to iTunes and give us a rating, a 1 to 5 star rating, and also, if you feel so inclined, make some comments, and we'll read them on the show. We really appreciate it. Just go to the homepage of our website, and over to the right, you'll see a big, huge iTunes sign, and you can just hit that. It takes you directly into iTunes, and you can it'll take you like a minute and leave a review. You can also go to Stitcher Radio, Law Abiding Biker on Stitcher Radio. Just search us, and you can also leave comments there. But iTunes is really where we want it. So a couple new comments. Who we got them from?
We got 2 recent ones, and the first one is from the Big P Rock. It says, glad to hear that there are others out there that share the passion of riding that speak to the 99% of motorcyclists. It seems that anytime there is a form of biker media, it has to be surrounded by gangland, 1%ers, etc. It is super relieving to have access to dedicated content for 99% of the bike and biker community. Not every club is Sons of Anarchy or another outlaw club. Nice to hear real biker talk.
Very nice. What else we got?
That was a long one. This one's quite shorter. But it's from Beans 1978, and what Beans has to say is, you can tell these guys love to ride.
Absolutely. What was the name?
Beans.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is one thing this podcast is all about. All the hosts of this podcast, we actually ride, and we ride far, and we ride a lot, and then he couldn't have said it better. We love to ride. So when we get on here and we talk about stuff, we tend to know, hopefully, some stuff. Some stuff.
Or we'll at least give you our opinion.
We'll give you our opinions based on riding experience and riding thousands and thousands of miles, and not just to the restaurant and back. So, yeah, very good comment. He sums it up very good. So, yeah, awesome. So leave us those iTunes comments. You got anything to say there, Chewy?
Thanks for having me.
Well said. I would say whatever your comment is, 1 to 5, leave us some feedback. So
were those 5 stars, both of those?
Those are both 5 stars.
Ooh,
and appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Regardless of a 5 or a 1.
Nope, leave a 5. Leave a 5.
That'd be nice. But
I'm just teasing.
If you leave something less desirable, at least leave us a comment, some feedback on what we can do to improve, because this show is for you. So
absolutely.
Leave us some feedback.
You're right. The show is for them, because obviously we aren't making any money off of it, and we've said that before.
Well, I'm getting beer and dinner,
True.
so it's working out pretty well for me.
You're making my money off of it.
Yeah.
But I
Works
appreciate
great.
you guys even being here. Like I've said in the past, it's humbling that you guys will even come over here, all the guys, and throw out some, spit out some podcasts with me. So, yeah, awesome. And we are getting so much feedback. I'm so busy, super busy with emails. I'm super busy with Facebook, people sending me stuff on Facebook and Twitter, and I'm trying to keep this all up. The best way, I'll just tell you guys out there, is lawabidingbiker.com/contact, because a lot of the other stuff I don't get to all the time. Just email me directly there, and I'm very good about getting back to you. So with that, I've got a couple of emails to share. I thought there was, and if my voice sounds funny and raspy, or you hear clearing my throat, that's because we're doing a second podcast, and I've had a cold for 3 weeks. I got amoxicillin, just took that, finished it. I still have a cold, And
They give you amoxicillin for your cold.
well, for sinus infection is what it was supposed to be, yeah. And now it's just down to a regular cold, but it still makes my voice a bit raspy, and I have to clear my throat, so bear with me.
Actually makes you sound a little bit more manly.
Well, maybe I'll stay sick.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
So anyway, real quick, this is an email. We really appreciate it, and we like to throw it out there. You guys, I truly believe, and I said it in a recent deal on Law Abiding Biker Facebook page, we truly have the best, the quality, and the most loyal listeners and followers, and I truly believe that based on just the feedback we're getting and the emails. So thank you guys. That is what keeps us going, is your feedback, your emails, your donations, and all that good stuff. So let's get to this email from Tony. Sometimes I can tell you guys the location, sometimes I can't. Depends on how they do the email. I do not know where Tony is from, but he said, I love your videos. Also, just to let you guys know, he's talking about my videos on YouTube, and I put out a lot of YouTube videos. Channel is Scrappy587, or you can just follow my blog, because I always put the videos there too, or go to our video page. I also have 4 videos for sale, but that's what he's talking about. A lot of tutorial videos, getting a ton of hits. I think our oil maintenance one, lawabidingbiker.com/maintenance, is up to 47,000 views.
Last time you threw a number out, it was 40,000. So
yeah,
That's
I looked today.
climbing.
I think it's 47 or 48,000. Just one video.
That's awesome.
All my videos is breaking well over 100,000. So yeah, thank you guys for the support. I get so much support on YouTube. Anyways, Tony says, I loved your videos. You make it look so easy. Any plans to make one change in the front fork oil, or installing shorter fork springs, or maybe lubing your steering bearing? I will answer that. Is we're going to make a lot of videos, and I'm constantly making videos, and I have already 5 more produced that aren't even released. I release them. I can't release them all at once. I make them, and then I release them in certain time periods. But
yeah, we have to have the maintenance to do before we can
yeah,
do the video. So.
and I make them. I'm not just going to release them all at once. I
Right.
like to release one this week, and one it keeps people, you know.
Well, of course, it makes sense.
I'm not just going to throw them all out there, but I am. And so yes, we will be making videos at some point on that. I just can't give you exactly when. Chewy,
Yes, sir.
let's just go get on your bike right now and let's tear it apart.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll make some videos.
Let's change this fork oil.
But yeah, we hopefully we'll come out that with you for Tony. Thank you so much for the email. Second email is from Pat. Hi there. I like the site and learning that goes with it. I'm just reading them how they are. So yeah, he says, hi there. I like the site and the learning that goes with it. I want to buy a Harley, and I am wondering what time of year is the best for a deal on them. And of course, all these emails, I respond immediately when I get them. Like I said, I'm very busy. I work a full-time job, and then I'm doing this, dude. But it's awesome. It's humbling, the amount of feedback and the questions people ask us and stuff. So I have already responded to him, but it was a good podcast topic. So what's your answer to his question, Chewy? It's whatever you think.
Again?
Okay, he's asking.
Dude, were you asleep?
Yeah. Jeez Louise.
No, I'm good. I'm fine.
He basically
That's
is
1 month.
asking.
That's
He wants
1 month. I'm adding a month on his probation.
Yeah, he is prospect 2 months. 2 months minimum. So anyways, he says, I want to buy a Harley, and I am wondering what time of year is the best for a deal on them.
I'd say in the wintertime.
Is it?
I don't know.
I have my opinion. I want to know your
No,
opinion.
I don't know. I would say the wintertime.
Why?
I guess. Because you're not riding and they want to get rid of bikes. Or at the end of the season when they're trying to get rid of the old
That's what I'm saying.
ones.
My opinion would be.
Have you ever got a deal on a Harley, a brand new Harley?
Well, you're
just
not going to
question.
get a huge deal. First of all, there's set pricing and whatnot. Maybe on some other bikes, but still, when the 2014s were due to come out, just before that, if they had some 2013s still on the floor, you bet you can get a deal. Is it going to be an awesome deal? Probably not, but you can save a few bucks. It's a Harley after all. I mean, if you're buying Honda, you could probably get $2,000 off because the new model is coming out. Not necessarily with the Harley, but I think that's the best time to get your deal is right before the next model year comes out.
I could agree with that to a certain point. And like you say,
well, you have your own opinion, then please.
well,
share.
no. I agree with you. It's just you're not going to get your definitely like you say.
Yeah,
You don't get
$10,000
deals on
off
Harleys
or
and all. That's kind of what I told him. Harley doesn't have any problem selling their bikes,
Not at all.
and they don't need to sell them, and they will sell themselves. and they'll sit on them all winter and they don't care because they're going to go out the door in the spring. And I'm not going to read my whole response to him, but there's a couple things that I need to throw into the mix because the question is kind of general. Number one, are you buying a brand new one? Are you buying an used one? Are you buying from a dealership or you buying privately? All those things to me come in huge factor on what kind of dealer, because he doesn't say. He just says he wants to buy a Harley. So here's some of my responses. Then you guys can pipe in, obviously, if you have some additional. But I said, unfortunately, if you're buying a Harley from a Harley dealer, then no time is really better than the other. To me, that's just my opinion. I have shopped around from Harley dealership to Harley dealership over the past years, and I've only found $500 difference.
Right.
That's the best I could ever do. And luckily, it was my local dealership that did it $500 less. So I've always bought bikes from them. The reason is, like I say, Harley has no problem selling their bikes, especially their brand new floor models. Used ones, maybe a little bit more. But heck, people can't even get exactly what they want. They're sitting on Harleys like the 2014 Street Glide Special in Amber Whiskey. Right now, there's people sitting waiting for that bike on order. I just bought it right when it came in so I could get it. So yeah, there's people sitting on a waiting list. They pretty much sell themselves, like I say. Of course, I went on to say, if you want a particular model, color, etc., then buy early in the season. If you're buying 2014 model, the newest, greatest, whatever year it is. You agree with that?
Oh yeah.
If you want a specific color and a specific
if there's
bike,
something you want, you better go after it.
I would say I just bought one 2013, but the next one I buy is going to be, I'm going to have all the the upgrades, what I want,
right.
Color, speakers, all that.
And so therefore
pipes.
you're going to buy it right when it comes out, because
yeah,
it's probably not going to be sitting on the floor in 2 months. Right. So that would be my best advice, is if you're going to buy the newest, greatest thing, you got to order it ASAP. If you're going to buy used or privately, there's where you're going to get the best deal. Agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you might be able to talk somebody down during the winter.
Exactly. That's where the winter comes into me.
See how desperate they are to sell it.
Yep. And I even say that in the email. They don't want to sit on it over the winter, and they're willing to. So I think if you're buying privately used, then I think the winter, or where you're from, the cold months, because they might be from Arizona. We'll call them the cold months or something.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's from. Is the best time, because guys are sitting on them and they want to move their bikes. Buying used privately, you will get the best financial deal. That was me. Sorry. That was my.
Is that a neck bubble?
That was the chili that we ate, and it was a neck bubble. Yes, it was.
Almost sounded like a Chewy call there.
It did. That's what I thought it was you. I thought you had your head back away from the mic.
I didn't do that. So.
Dude, that's awesome.
Your neck blew a bubble.
And the audience might not even be able to hear that because it was so quiet, but we hear everything in these headphones. Of course, you can buy a used bike from the Harley dealer, which Lurch has experience with. You still got a hell of a deal.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them what you bought and the kind of the deal you got. It's a good deal, and it was from a Harley dealer, but it was used.
Yeah, it was this was in 2011, and I bought a 2008 Street Glide, so it was 3 years old. It only had 5,000
to ride thousands of miles on.
It only had 5,000 miles when I bought it, and it already had the stage one, the intake. It had stock pipes put back on it, so I think whoever had it took their slip-ons off and put the stock ones back on. It had a color-matched trunk, detachable trunk.
Not that kind of slip-on, Chewy.
Easy.
Jeez Louise, Chewy's over there just getting all excited.
So it was, and it was the upgraded model. So it had ABS, and it had the cruise control. So it had all the bells and whistles, and it was priced at about $5,000 less than a new one. And then you consider the extras on there, which is probably another couple grand. I saved quite a bit of money.
Yes, because that bike out the door, well, I just guessed 23, 24 at that time.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Without the extras.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's in extras you have, oh my God, 4,000?
Maybe.
I mean, that trunk alone.
Yeah.
The detachable trunk alone that's like $1,400 to $1,600 brand new itself.
Yeah, that might be conservative, $5,000 to $7,000 savings, but it was
right.
Pretty good savings, and it was basically like brand new. It only had 5,000 miles on it.
Yep. So, all right, that answers that question. Thank you so much. You got anything else on that there, Chewy, before we move on?
Actually, yeah, I did buy a used. My first bike was a used Dyna.
Dyna Y-Glide. That's what I had too, bro.
Yeah. Had 16-inch ape-hangers, had pipes, stage one.
We had almost, that's funny because we almost had the same bike.
Bellingham.
I had the 16-inch
apes.
apes.
Is where I bought it. Bellingham, and they actually gave me a $500 gift certificate to buy equipment with as well. So
Cool. Yeah, we almost had the same exact
Very
bike.
similar.
And why did we sell our Dynas? We love them, and we if we
the
were
first-
rich, we would have kept them in the shop just for running to town.
Yeah, I missed it the first 3 months
Yep.
that I sold it. I was like, man, I missed that bike.
But we bought the baggers
Street
because
glide,
we
it's-
are riding thousands
it's
and thousands of miles.
It's much more comfortable.
Yeah, I had a
better riding
06
bike.
Dyna and loved it too.
they're
didn't
great.
have apes. I had T-bars on it. But
And we'd ride hundreds and hundreds of miles on our Dynas.
Well, if you're
Yeah,
gonna
with
go,
ours.
if you're gonna ride in town, you're just gonna ride around town.
or you're going to go to lunch on the weekend with your crew.
Day
Perfect,
rides.
perfect. But if you're gonna go on long rides,
For-
it's
if you're gonna go for a week.
you need a windshield. You need
Yep.
more
Yeah.
than just that. Yeah.
Yep. And and that's what you found out. You started going on, and we ride hard.
Yeah.
And when he came in as a prospect, he found out that we ride hard and we ride a lot of miles, and we'll do it in one day.
Yeah.
And we don't stop to unass a lot.
And I still get
the only
sore.
time we stop to unass is to get gas. We don't take break. We ride. And he found out. This is really hard on a Dyna Wide Glide.
Even
And
on my
it is.
street glide,
Just is.
I get sore.
Oh yeah,
We put some miles
Well,
on.
coming back from was it
our 7-day
Wenatchee?
trip. Oh, yeah.
from Wenatchee that first time.
Yeah, from Big River Perspective chapter.
Just got beat up bad
Yep,
with that bike.
on the
and
Wide
I was-
Glide?
Yep.
in the wind. That's right.
Yep. Just got beat up bad.
I still wish I had mine though.
No, I do.
Yeah,
They're
me
great
too.
bikes.
Me too.
Yeah.
Great bikes. And if I had mine, man, I put so much money in that I'd have it in the garage and I'd use it to go to lunch, and those kind of things. Fun. And we still rode hundreds of miles on them. We were a little bit younger, but man, not the same. So yeah, if you're going to get down and get dirty and just be, do the biker thing.
After 400 miles, your legs hurt from the wind trying to push them out, and you're trying to hold them in, and
Yep.
all the buffering on your helmet bouncing around, and
Yep. Absolutely.
lack of storage space.
Yeah.
No cruise control, no AM, FM, CD.
Yeah, exactly.
MP3
Yep.
player.
And when you're riding in rain and hail, trust me, you're going to want a little protection. But if you just ride on sunny days and you go to lunch, then there's nothing wrong with that. And
It was a hard change. I
no,
really
it's not
dragged
easy.
my feet on doing it.
I wouldn't go back now, though.
No, I didn't want to. I was like, I don't need a bagger. Just from old man. But
dude,
tell
my
you what,
2014 is so awesome
Yeah.
looking. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It turns heads big time.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that on another podcast.
Yeah.
I do. We got
dropping panties.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's good input.
That's some good info.
That's some good info. Yeah, dude. We were laughing because I did that on a podcast back when Popeye and them were on here, and I get so much going up here at the screen. I've got so much going on, and I didn't realize it till afterward that they were talking about panty dropping, and I just looked at them real quick to interact. Yeah, that's good info. Didn't even know what I was saying good info about, but
You were endorsing it.
that was awesome. Real quick, guys. Thank you so much, you guys. That's what I mean about the audience we have. People are willing. They love the content so much, and we're working hard to put out good content. And like I said, videos, blogs, podcasts. I'm not just throwing out podcasts.
Right.
I am my website, the Law Abiding Biker site, is very active, along with our Facebook page and Twitter and all that. But people like this show so much. We are so humbled that people are willing to give donations. I mean, donate because they want us to keep doing content. So I always thank all of our people that donate, and I will continue to do that. Again, the donations are awesome. We're nowhere near what I have invested in this, not even close, but that doesn't minimize that people are willing to give us money out of their own pocket, for this content. So I don't want to make it seem, and at some point, obviously, when we do catch up, if we ever do, and I'm trying some other things. I am selling some videos people are buying videos from the sites. That is another way to support us. If you don't want to just donate outright, just go to lawabidingbiker.com/products or /buy videos. There's 4 tutorial videos on there. I've talked about them before. And you can buy them. Some of them are 10, some are 12. And not only are you getting something in return, great tutorial video, that money is also going back in here. Or if you don't want any of those videos, I have no problem. Just go to the homepage and donate. Anyways.
When are those Lab Media thongs coming out?
Oh, we need to make those, dude. I like that.
Very nice.
That might be a hot seller. See, that's a physical product. But yeah, or we could, might be able to
Someday
do that.
in the near future, we'll
Yeah.
think about Apple
Velcro.
products.
Velcro.
Easy access.
Yeah. So I want to thank Matt Pass. We've heard of him before, a very loyal listener and supporter from California, donated, and I sent him 3 videos just because he donated. I sent him 3 videos that are not published on YouTube. They're private, but I sent those to him for free.
Got him ahead of time.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool.
I sent him. Everett England
thank you.
from exactly. Everett England from Chicago donated. Chicago, our Chicago guys, the Windy City, sent a donation. Thank you, Everett England. And also I sent him the 3 videos. And then I think it's called DeWyche, DWYCHE Incorporated. It's a business donated from Fleming Island, Florida.
Wow.
Donated to us. So thank you to all of you. Yeah, just awesome people from all over. Like I said, we've got people in Ireland listening. You know, the amount of downloads, and we are just. All I can say is I am absolutely humbled. I didn't know that doing this would bring this many listeners so quick and so many followers and stuff. But I've worked hard at it too.
Oh yeah, you have.
You know, and you guys have too. You know, being here in the studio and coming over anytime, and so it's humbling.
It's cool to hear some of hear the places where these people are. You know,
Absolutely.
Florida, Chicago, Ireland,
And
California.
I've met.
It's just a really neat media when you can put it out and people all over the world can hear it. I mean, the podcast thing is really cool.
It is, and it's just awesome to meet. I've met so many awesome people just through emails and through Facebook, and I try to get back to, like I said, I honestly tell you that it's getting to the point now where it would be nice to have like an assistant.
You need a public information officer.
I need a virtual assistant is what I need. A VA is what they call them, but I can't quite afford it right now because I have so much coming in and so much going out. But that I have to do it all right now. It is the way it is. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to hire a virtual assistant. Anyways, we won't get on that subject and get that done. Right now I'm trying to do the best I can with you guys and get back to you in a timely fashion and send you stuff and all that. So, all right, let's get into some of our content today. Straight up, new OCC show debuts on CMT. What do you guys think about that?
On the country music channel? Interesting.
You didn't know this?
No.
I sent you freaking show notes.
Well, that, if you let me finish my what I was going to
Did
say.
I point
there.
at him when I did that too?
Yeah.
I was just chewing his ass, dude.
Butthole. What I was about to say.
I don't think you can say that.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can. You're right. You're right.
Oh, yeah. Listen, hey, I looked. I know what's going on.
You know the 6 deadly sins.
That's
Seven.
the
Okay.
7 deadly sins. That's right. Or the words you can't say. What I was about to say is I didn't hear about it until I saw your show notes and saw that they were going to have a show on CMT.
See how I keep up on all this stuff, dude? All my blog catchers and all that. There's a lot of stuff going on out there in the motorcycle.
Somebody send that to you, or you just always
No,
looking?
I found that.
You're always searching.
Orange County Choppers, is that what it is?
Yeah, OCC. I use a blog catcher. There's so many mediums. I do Twitter, and so I see all of these stories, and I use Feedly, which is an app. It's a feed catcher. And so anyways, enough on that techie stuff. Chewy's looking at me over there, and he's about just ready to, just like I have no idea what feed catcher is, and I don't know what Feedly is.
Sometimes I just go, yeah.
Anyways, if you're out there and you're techie and you know what I'm talking about, try Feedly. It's very good. Okay, so yeah, OCC is coming out and show debuts. What do you guys, first of all, think about? Let me play this real quick because this might give you a little bit of heads up on what the show is about and stuff. So bear with me here. All right, here we go. This is from, and this is going to be in the show notes, but this is from YouTube, straight from YouTube, so it's on YouTube. Yep. And so let me play this video for you guys, and this is basically a little trailer for it, and then I'll see what you guys think about it. Okay? All right, here we go.
My name is Paul Tuttle Sr., and I run Orange County Choppers. We produce the most badass custom bikes in the world. As far as moving ahead without my son Paulie, I think it's good because it allows him to step out on his own. We had an 11-year run, which was pretty amazing, and we had a lot of fun. He's doing good, I'm doing good, and I think it's just the best thing for all of us. So now I'm taking the company to the next level. I recently brought in a creative director, Evan, to fabricate and manage the builds. He's young, but he's already won awards for some of the bikes that he built. Now we're going to see if he's up to the challenge of being my right-hand man. The builds are going to be bigger. The deadlines are going to be tighter. This bike has got to get done. We're so backed up here, it's ridiculous. And the pranks, a lot more explosive.
They're blowing stuff up here.
Of course, they're making acetylene bombs.
Yeah. Here he rides a motorcycle through the office door.
We're definitely pushing the limits.
I want you to build me the offspring of a tractor and a chopper.
Yeah. Welcome to the newest face of OCC.
We've never done anything like this.
Orange County Choppers. All new series.
Jason
Premieres
Toole.
Saturday, November 16th at 9, 8 Central.
That's a goofball.
Followed by an
Oh my
all-new season
God,
of
he
Swamp
annoys me.
Pond. OCC on...
But anyways, it debuts on CMT 9/8 Central on November 16th, 2013. So yeah, what do you guys?
You know, those bikes look nice. They're really nice looking, but I've never ridden one.
Yeah, a lot of
can't
them
say,
aren't
but-
made for riding. They're made for the art of it.
Exactly. I'm saying it. The look of them looks like they would be very uncomfortable to ride.
Yeah,
I've never ridden one, but
As far as the show, I'll check it out. He's entertaining.
will you really?
I'll look at it.
Paul Sr. Junior's not even going to be on it, dude.
he's one dude you wouldn't want to mess with. That guy. He's a big
Senior?
I think he's washed up now.
He's a big.
I'm gonna check it out. It might be past his time, but if you're looking at it from an entertainment standpoint,
See, I'm not entertained by OCC. That's just me.
it just depends. I'll have to look at it. It was some of the chemistry kind of went away when they split up. You know, the show wasn't quite as good.
So tell me
But
what
I'll
happened
still
with that.
watch
I don't.
it.
Why'd they split up?
Oh, those guys are always at each.
They're
other's
always at
throats.
each other's throats. I knew
Yeah.
that. But.
Yeah, they
It was
just
the whole father thing.
father son couldn't get
Yeah.
along.
Yeah,
But
and Paul, Junior puts out some really cool stuff too. He was really the creative.
I think he puts out
Side of that.
way better stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch the last season,
Oh, yeah.
their last season, just me, I just can't stand Paul Sr. I don't think he can build a bike. I think he could build a bike back in the day, but
More of an old school chopper.
yeah,
type
that's
thing.
all he can do, dude. And I don't even know if he can do that
Junior
anymore.
took it to the next level.
Junior
I'm
took it
still
to the
gonna
next
watch
level.
it at least once.
Well, see,
just
my
to see
dad
it.
watches the show, and he would talk to me about it. And he likes Junior.
Yeah,
He said Junior.
well, see, it's not the same show anymore, and that's what people need to know. It's not American Choppers anymore.
It's not in my TiVo,
It's
or I'm still gonna.
yeah.
If it's like a weekend where the weather's bad, nothing's going on, it's the middle of winter, I got nothing better to do, and I mean nothing.
There you go.
I might
I'm
give it a
glad
shot.
because you can tell us how it's
I'll
going.
give it a shot.
But the last season of American Choppers, when they were winding down, I literally, because I put it on DVR, I literally watched the show and I fast forwarded through all the OCC parts and just went to the Paul Jr. design just because Jason Toole's a tool.
He
I
is.
cannot stand that guy. I can't stand. I don't know, dude. I just think that my opinion is that I don't think OCC is going to stay in business. Why are they pushing another deal with CMT? Now, and he's going to do it without
The
Paul.
coin.
I know, because they can't make it on just building bikes. I honestly don't think they can. I think he has to have some other market, and that's why I think.
Well, he expanded that
And CMT,
bike
I
shop
don't even-
so much when he was getting that money coming in. And
Right.
now the money wasn't there. Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever watched country music television, to be quite honest.
I have.
Okay, sorry if you're country fans out there, but you watch country. I don't even know, dude.
No,
Yeah, okay.
I don't.
Me and Chewy, I'm sure I have it on my Dish
American-
Network.
That's
but
America's
not
music,
Dish.
son.
I don't know, dude. But anyways, it's going to be on there. Here's another little quick clip that talks about what you're talking about, Chewy.
Now, is his son doing another show?
No, he's just doing what he's supposed to be doing and building bikes because he's probably making plenty of money off.
Gotcha.
Because he's pretty much a genius when it comes to design.
Gotcha.
And then,
that's just the opinion of our host.
oh yeah, no, that's just opinion. No, and I
He's
want
pretty much a genius.
yeah, absolutely. You guys give your opinions. That's what we're here for. I want you guys to throw in your 2 cents on what you think of senior and/or junior and their building abilities. That's what we're about, throwing our opinions out there. But this is a little bit of the breakup, and he talks about what they're doing. This is Paul Sr. Again, this is from YouTube, guys. It'll be in the show notes. Howard Jr.
As far as my relationship with Paul Jr. and Mikey, it evidently was a lot better than it was when we were kind of in competition there. So, yeah, we're civil. I've been out to dinner with both of them. So I think that, Paul Jr. is doing good on his own, and he's making his own way. And Mikey is Mikey.
Orange County Choppers.
That's it, Mikey is
All
Mikey.
new series. Saturday,
So
November
obviously
16th
Mikey
at 9.
went with Junior.
He did, yeah.
Well, he
His
did.
brother.
He's not building bikes with him because he
But he's
doesn't
on
really
his
build bikes,
side.
but he's on his side. Yeah. Yeah, because Mikey never really built bikes. He's
No.
got his art studio and
He's kind of the fluffy-haired, curly-haired.
yeah, chunky.
He's a little special, I think.
Special is a nice way to put it. So, anyways, yeah, that's that's my opinions of the whole deal. Is that I don't think their shop's going to go under, but OCC brings in a new creative director, and I started doing some research.
Who is this
That's how
dude?
prepared I am.
Of course.
Of course, on that YouTube
You did
video,
your due diligence.
I did. Of course, on that YouTube video, did you notice they bring in a new creative director?
Right.
Evan. But they don't say his last name or give him any credit or anything.
Was he some kid that used to work at the shop?
No.
Give a new position or
He the new creative director, I did the research. This Evan guy is they refer to him obviously only as Evan, but he owns Speakeasy Motors.
Never heard of him.
His name is Evan Favaro, Favaro, Evan Favaro, and so he owns this SpeakeasyMotors.com. He has built some bikes. Here's directly off their website. I just pulled a real quick snippet off their website, but it's basically about them. Open in April 2011, Speakeasy Motors is the next generation of custom motorcycles and hot rods. So he does hot rods and stuff. Progressing very quickly in a short amount of time. The shop exploded, and some of the work is already out riding and driving the streets. For his 22nd birthday this January of 2012, Evan spent it with the best in the business, apprenticing with famous Faye Butler, the man featured on Biker Build-Off teaching Jesse James. So
22, huh?
Yeah, he's a newbie in the industry.
Where's he from? California?
And didn't get that far. I'm not sure. I could go to Speakeasy Motors, but if you go there, you can figure I'll have a link to that. Here's my deal. And you can obviously pipe in, but here's a young builder. And I looked at his website, and he's building mostly like he has a lot of gallery pictures of hot rods, but like nothing's like done. It's a lot of working on stuff. I want to see some done products. And he has a few motorcycles done, but they're like really different, like cafe style racers where the handlebars are way down, and you know those old school cafe racers. Seems like he's really into that. So I don't know what a lot of his work is, but
on foreign bikes or American bikes.
You know, I didn't...
Like a flat track racer? Or
yeah,
something?
like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I mean. I couldn't find a lot of gallery.
Using like a Sportster frame. And
Yeah. That's what it looks like. So yeah, I don't know, dude. I just think it's a move for him. Obviously, Evan is smart.
Sure.
Get on OCC. Now his name's out there. Look at this podcast. I mean, not that we're going to get out in the huge industry, but you know.
Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, there you go, Mr. Humble over there. Yeah.
Kind of a big deal around here.
You're kind of a big deal.
At least in this room. Nowhere else.
But smart move on his part, because now his name is going to get out there on the show. It may be CMT, which I never watch, but a lot of people do, I'm sure. And
it's called Country Music Television.
All right,
Get
there you
some.
go. There you go. No, I don't have any country music even. But yeah, so he's going to get his name out there, and I think my prediction is OCC is going to go under. And but he'll have his name out there, and then he can go back. I don't think he's closing his shop, so who knows? But what do you guys got? Anything else on that? Anything else? You gonna watch it there, Chewy? You've been pretty silent over there.
Probably not.
You won't even give it a try?
Probably won't be watching that. No, sorry.
You'll be watching Devil's Ride.
Oh,
I don't even know what that is. So no,
dude,
no,
that was messed up. Completely messed up. I don't think that's coming back either.
Is that the 1%er show that was on?
No, well...
There wannabe 1%.
I was going to say, because a 1%er is not going to have anything filmed.
No.
That was the Warlocks Rising. That was the supposed 1%.
They're
members of the Warlocks, but wasn't blessed, if you will, by the club. I'm curious if that'll come back. I watched it once. It was hideous. I couldn't do it again.
We stopped talking about it on the podcast because we said it's not even worthy of talking about.
Yeah.
But I do want to... obviously, we bring everything to the listening audience, and so I like to keep them up to date. And if this is a show you're interested in, just because I'm not, certainly, absolutely give it a shot.
If it's good, tell Ryan he's a loser.
There you
a
go.
Good show.
Just send an email, loser.
I could be wrong. I'll watch it once. I'll let you know honestly what I think.
Yeah, no, I just have so many shows to watch, and because it's only if Paul Jr. was on it, I'd watch it. But I just can't watch Senior and Jason Toole.
Well, you got so many,
an hour.
So many of the Real Wives of whatever recording. You only have so much time to watch, shows. You got to catch up on your Real Housewives of Atlanta, New Jersey, and California.
And Mickey Mouse. The kids got Mickey Mouse recording all kinds of stuff, dude. My DVR's ate up. All right. Another thing for our listening audience we want to throw out there to you. If you have not, have you heard of this new film, Why We Ride?
I have not.
I have.
You have. It's been on, it's sparse. Been around on Facebook a little bit.
That's how I heard about it.
Yeah. The site, of course, I'll have a link, whyweridefilm.com. Whyweridefilm.com. If you want to learn a little bit more about it, here is, of course, this is a legitimate trailer on YouTube. That's why I'm playing it on our podcast. It's straight from YouTube. So I'll give you a little bit about it.
It's a bombardment of the senses. Everything goes into slow motion. It's passion.
This is the thing that makes me happy.
It becomes part of your life. It gets in your blood.
It's just the best feeling in the world. It's so much fun to ride a motorcycle.
It is a love affair like no other. There's a freedom about it.
Once you try it, if you like it, you'll never leave it.
It's you and your motorcycle. That's it.
Motorcycles literally were bicycles that somebody finally came up with the idea of putting an engine in it.
Of course, if you got an engine in a motorcycle, the next thing is you got to start racing it.
Some of the greatest riders of all time.
They were badass. They were real men. Some people have it inside. It's a seed. And if you ever put the water on it and you feel the sensation, the seed is sprouted and it doesn't die till the day you take your last breath.
I was probably 6 years old and I saw a mini bike, and I was hooked.
The first time I rode, I just felt like I could do anything.
How do you stop it? How do you stop it?
I was so excited to know that I was going to ride my bike the next day. And I still feel that today, every day.
I think it's like trying to learn how to play a violin. It's just hideous, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I know how to ride this thing now.
Motorcycles have put me in touch with wonderful people. As a result of that, I have an elevated idea about how good everybody in the world is.
Motorcycles and family, they just go together.
I totally see myself teaching my kids if I have any, which I do want some.
It's my release, it's my medicine in this crazy world.
I cannot tell you the wonderful feeling of being on that machine.
I ride because there's nothing like it in the world, and I could never imagine not doing it.
Don't be scared. It's fun. I'll cheer you on.
Don't be scared.
As a little kid, I'll cheer you on. whyweridefilm.com. So yeah, that gives you guys, and while that's playing, just so you guys know, and again, I'm going to put this, I'll embed this right in. If you go to lawabidingbiker.com and then whatever episode this is going to be, I'll embed this YouTube video right in there for you. But what it's showing is, if you haven't seen it, which Chewy hasn't, you've seen the actual trailer.
Yeah.
So
Reminds me of a Warren Miller movie.
Yeah.
Ski movie.
Is it? It's a documentary or just?
Well,
now just know. I don't really know.
After listening to that,
it seems like it.
Do you want to go ride?
Oh yeah,
yeah, dang right, dude.
Definitely. Yeah.
You ever seen a Warren Miller movie, ski movie? He started out just doing ski movies, and then he kind of got snowboarding in it and whatnot. But you go watch the 2-hour Warren Miller movie, and you want to go tear up the
just that trailer alone, though.
Yeah.
Do you not want to go ride?
Yeah.
Dude, straight. Yeah. I want to leave the podcast studio right now and go ride.
It's like a that's
Definitely.
how I keep thinking of it. It's like
it's in your blood.
It's a Warren Miller
it's in your blood.
motorcycle show.
It is.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I think it's a little more than that.
It's in your blood.
Yep. I think it's a little more than that. I agree. That's a very good analogy. Because I looked up some of the producing stuff. It is an independent film. So here's some of the questions that the audience is likely going to have. That's what I do for the audience here. I do a lot of research and I try to put everything in one place for you guys and get it out to you. But basically, frequently asked questions from their website. I just pulled like 3 of them. When is the documentary coming out? They respond, we are in talks with theaters for a limited release starting in November. Not likely going to come here, boys.
We probably won't see it till spring.
I don't even know if it'll make it to our theaters, period.
Oh, you think it'll go straight to
here? Yeah, and
DVD.
Did I just age myself? It's gonna go straight to tape,
dude. Oh my god, dude. Lurch, it's gonna go straight to beta.
We had a beta too.
Way to go, Lurch.
My old man was a techie back in the day, and the betas were...
Beta versus VCR.
Yeah, beta's like the Apple, but Apple took off, beta didn't.
Yep, dude. That's awesome. The next question, which might answer your question, is when is the DVD being released? Their answer. The DVD will be available later this year along with Blu-ray, digital streaming, and download. So we'll be able to... a lot of computers don't have the DVD because they're getting away from DVDs. You can just download it streaming now. Like the videos you can buy from my site, you just download the videos and you don't have to have anything shipped to you. But so to me, that means it's not going to make it to all theater. If they're available later, first in November, they're going to try to get in limited theaters. Dude. And then second, they're going to have it ready later this year for streaming.
An idea.
What do you got?
I got an idea.
Oh, geez, he's smiling.
He's smiling.
I got an
We're
idea.
in trouble.
He's smiling like he's playing with himself. Like that guy.
I'm watching him. He's not.
I'm playing with
I said,
hey,
I'm
he's watching me.
You're
what a
not.
weirdo.
Dude, I thought he was the guard in the prison cell.
He's sitting in the corner.
Sitting in the corner.
I'm getting out of here right now.
So if it doesn't get released, it just goes to a few select theaters, and then goes straight to beta and VHS. We've got a place here that has a small theater that you can rent out and play movies.
Ooh, dude!
You know what I'm talking about up there above the Zesta Kachina?
Yes,
Glenwood Square.
Yes. We might make an event out of that.
Maybe.
Can you sell tickets because it's not our movie?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I think.
What's the copyright on that?
We'll have to look into it.
See, because if we sell at the door, but we could make it a social event. We have to look into we'll call the Gambling Commission on that. I don't know. Honestly, do you know about that? You see what I'm saying? If we rent that theater and play their movie,
making money off of them.
You can buy a copy.
Because I want to make it a motorcycle event.
You might have to go through the theater, and the theater might have to purchase it at a different rate.
Right.
It's worth looking into.
Yeah, it is. I think that would be an awesome...
It's a couple hundred seat theater.
Soar and Few MC event.
Isn't that not that big? Maybe 100.
Yeah. Soar and Few MC event, and then make it a motorcycle, and then there's the tavern afterwards, and just make some money for donation so we can donate to people in need like our club does.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Very good idea. But to let you guys know, and you haven't seen the trailer, it's about all motorcycles. So on there, the trailer was dirt bikes. It was flat track. It was crotch rockets. It was,
well, that's cool. We all have to learn on something to start off with.
Yeah. So it was about why we ride motorcycles, period. It wasn't just about cruiser bikes. So, and here's the last thing, which is really cool. Their question is, who is financing or sponsoring the film? Their answer is the film is independently financed and no sponsorships were allowed by any group or company in the motorcycle industry during this production. And here's why this is awesome. This was to ensure the creativity, integrity of the documentary, and that there would be no favoritism given to any one motorcycle group.
Good idea.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if they would have done this and went with sponsorships like all the big movies do, well, then they would have made every theater and everything. But when you do that, that curbs how your movie goes. And,
for sure.
And, we all know that. I mean, within that industry, it's going to curb what you can and can't say and what you can and can't show. And maybe they give too much attention to Harley riders versus sports, So I think that's kind of cool. So yeah, check that out, guys. Independent film, Why We Ride. And of course, I will have links in that trailer. What do you think about that, Chewy? You've just been way too quiet. You were really...
I'm just taking it all in.
You were really up on the Sons of Anarchy stuff, but he's just taking all this in, just sitting back, and then he's just going to explode over there. Just going to come.
How many bowls of chili did you have?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe he's going to
could explode.
No, 2 bowls.
Hit the sound effect.
Which sound effect? Oh yeah, we need that one. There we go.
I tried to throw you a couple softballs earlier so you'd play it. You wouldn't.
There you go. Yeah, you're right. Messing up on the soundboard here. That would be more like his. So yeah, we've got we've got a couple things we can talk about, and I'm trying to think. Actually, let's talk about. Let's go into this subject, and the topic is.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Yep. I know you're on the edge of your seat. Oh, dude. Yeah, here we go, dude. I made this special. I made this
an intro for the topic.
People have been wanting to talk about this for
I know.
a while.
And it needs to be talked about because this is why, Chewy.
Don't play
if you're a true bikeaholic, There are those who have been down and those who are going down.
Yeah, buddy.
Just a matter of time. I did it in a gas station parking lot.
So there you go. What do you think of
Screwing
that?
around doing lock turns. Hello.
Yep. So yeah, there are those who have been down and those who are going down. If you are a true bikeaholic and you ride, I think, and you ride thousands of miles and you're all over in different states, you ride back and forth to work every day, it is just a matter of time.
Because cars don't always see you.
They do not.
I almost ate it today.
Gravel doesn't. Slick roads doesn't. There's a whole bunch of hazards for us out there on motorcycles. So we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about the summer trip because you two were directly with me. And
well, I'm Old Man River Safety Source. I was
right
with you.
You guys might have seen me go down. It's not the first time.
I just saw the dust.
Now, yes, I have been down. Obviously, when you train on motorcycles, and I've done some training with the police motorcycles unit, and you have too.
Oh yeah, you will go down.
You will go down, and you're going to push yourself
over and over.
And I've been hurt a little bit,
Oh, yeah, it hurts.
and so that is just part of learning and pushing yourself. Now, you want to set this up? Summer trip. We talked about it. We went. I don't even know. We were in Idaho, but yeah,
Devils.
Let me set it up. It was a beautiful August day. We were cruising through Hell's Canyon.
Oh yeah.
And we decided
Come on,
to
Chewy.
take.
I'm about to go to sleep.
And we decided to take a beautiful scenic ride over National Forest Road number 39.
Is that really the number?
It's NF 39
Attaboy.
between Hell's Canyon and Joseph, Oregon.
Hell's Canyon.
Now I know where I was.
And we decided to take a little detour and run up the hillside to the Hell's Canyon overlook, where you can look down the canyon and see all the beauty that abounds in Hell's Canyon. And
Yes.
You were ahead of us.
On my 2011
Yep.
Harley Davidson Street Glide denim black.
And then there was
that
Chewy.
did not have
ABS.
Did not have ABS or integrated brakes, which new 2014s do.
Right.
Because I wanted to cut costs at the time of purchase. Bad mistake.
Right.
Go ahead.
It was a bad mistake. But you got to do what you got to do.
Because I had never ridden a bike. I've always ridden without ABS
Right.
and integrated, but I won't. I mean, not always because I've trained on other bikes, but go ahead.
You, Chewy, Cuz, and then me heading up the hillside.
Describe this road.
Mario.
though. This was road.
Was Mario with us?
I think
in that
Mario
crew,
was
too?
with us too.
No.
No?
Mario's ahead.
Oh.
I think. It's a Forest Service road. I mean,
It's made. If you go to hell and you ride a motorcycle, that's the type of road you should be on.
It's paved.
It's paved. But it's
Potholes
more like
everywhere.
It's a chip seal type pave. I mean, it's a Forest Service road. It's
Dude,
not.
we were dodging potholes.
Oh,
like
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Potholes
that's why I
everywhere.
was just putting. I'm like, forget this. I'm just putting along, avoiding the potholes. But
Thanks,
Corners,
thanks LD for
corners,
taking us on that road. Shout out
Yeah.
to LD.
Yeah. And we were coming up on a left-hand corner that looked innocuous enough, but it was not necessarily just a corner. It was a what?
It was a switchback.
It was a 90-degree hairpin
Yes.
curve.
And I obviously was just so relaxed because it was such a beautiful day. Yeah. I had no idea that it was a hairpin.
Until about the middle of the
switchback.
curve, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is not the best time
So
to
you
notice.
take it. You walk us through when you're entering the curve.
Okay, so yeah, so I am entering. I'm honestly, I'm daydreaming. I've had a relaxing time. It's a hairy road, but we've been on a lot of hairy roads before. But we did dodge a lot of crap, a lot of gravel in the road and stuff. And of course, we all, just like everything, we get comfortable and we get complacent.
Yeah.
And I was complacent and got into this corner. And I've been in corners hairy before. It's nothing, obviously, for our club. We don't, we'll drag floorboards all day. All our floorboards are all messed up from that. But so I got into that corner and realized, oh, this is a hairpin. This is not a nice roundy corner. And I leaned it over and obviously, started scraping and dragging floorboards, which I would have made no problem because I've been in hot, before like that. And I was doing really good until, which are the kind of things we can't predict, a large amount of gravel on the road. I don't know if a car had spun out there. It was hard to tell, but for some reason,
it was on the road.
Gravel was out in the center of the road. So I'm thinking somebody had spun out there at some point, a car or something. But anyways, at that point, I was in a left-hand turn, so my left floorboard was dragging. I felt all good. Then I saw that gravel, and as soon as I hit the gravel, the bike started to go, and I grabbed front and back like you're supposed to, but of course, coefficient of friction is not very good on gravel.
It's very low on gravel.
It's very low, and it's really hard to tell how much back and how much front. Dry pavement, no problem for me, but gravel pavement, very hard to tell how much front and back to give it. Well, I gave it a bit of back, and that back tire locked up, and I started going down on my left side, and I wouldn't say at the very last minute, but I did what you're not necessarily. It's give and take. Not always what you're supposed to do, but I let up on the back brake, which, if you guys don't know what that does when you're doing that, is it immediately stands your bike up. You high side is what it's called, and your bike stands up and it slams over on the opposite side. So it
generally causing you to go airborne.
Basically makes you do what's called a Superman.
Yeah.
And I was probably down to, I'm guessing because it happens really quick, but when I dumped a lot of speed, and I realized I was about to go down, and I would have went down on pavement. And this is why I say it's give or take depending on how fast you're going. High siding is usually not the best thing to do. In this case, it was the best thing to do, and I got lucky because it wasn't really a conscious choice. But about down on my left, let up on my back brake, bike stood up, high sided, slammed over on its right side. Of course, I'm long away from the bike by the time it slid on it because it's already ejected me. I went flying through the air like a Superman. And, of course, I had my helmet on. I had my leather on. I had my chaps on. I was all geared up because we were on those long trips. Don't always wear chaps, but was that day I was all geared up. And I got lucky by the grace of the good Lord. He carried me into a ditch, and the ditch had soft dirt in it and no rocks. And I was not hurt, and I don't know how.
You just look like a dirt ball.
Yeah, you came out looking like you were covered. Somebody just taking a thing of dirt and threw it on you.
So what's the first thing a motorcycle guy does?
Go pick up your bike.
You go pick up your bike. And so I'll let you guys take it from there.
Because you knew we were coming around behind you.
No, I didn't. I did. I knew you guys were coming. I'm like, oh, crap. And I knew you were a distance behind me. I was leading. And
but you don't want your brothers to come around and hit your bike.
No, and I was thinking, oh, crap, these guys are going to do the same exact thing. And, yeah, I just immediately jumped up, not knowing if I was injured, and picked my bike up. I had it up, I think. And
well, I came around the corner.
You were next, right, Chewy?
Yeah, I came right around the corner, and I saw a bunch of dirt. And at first, when I first saw you go around the corner, I thought, wow, he's going pretty fast around that. And so when I come around, it's just dirt. There's dirt floating everywhere. And the next thing I see is you coming up out of the ditch, and you're covered. The one side of you is just covered in dirt, and you're picking your bike up. And at that point, I'm like, oh, goodness, he doesn't look very good.
Oh, goodness.
It was just like, oh, goodness.
So, and of course, we all, stopped and were kind of freaked out thinking you were hurt because his face was covered in dirt pretty good. He's like, yeah, I hit face first into that dirt pile. And my first thought was, how's your neck feel?
Yeah. And I think I told you, dude, I don't feel anything.
Yeah. And your eyes, I remember seeing your eyes.
Huge.
Your eyes were huge.
Like, oh, crap.
And you're picking that bike up. It's not funny, but
it'll give you a scare.
It's funny now because you're okay.
Yeah.
At the time, it was not funny.
No, because it was completely unexpected.
That split decision right there is a tough one because you're in the corner, you're fully leaned over, you're dragging your floorboard, so you can't get leaned over much further.
Oh no, I was almost down.
Yeah,
and I knew I was.
You're starting to slide. You either ride it down, clamp on because you got the engine guard, just clamp on, hold on,
right.
Or you let off and you get high sided. It's a really tough decision.
And I think a normal reaction would be, hey, let's stand this bike up.
Well, most people do. That's what happens, and it's very hard to train for that.
And I think sometimes you're going, okay, maybe if I let off, I'm slow enough I can make it.
Right. And that's what I thought.
In your head. I mean, there's just it's easy to say you shouldn't have let off. You shouldn't have high side. You should have laid it down, just slid with the bike. But if you've never been in that situation, I don't think you can ever judge somebody else because that is a tough decision. And you make the best one you can. And luckily, it all worked out for you.
Yeah. Like I say, I did a Superman. I flew quite a ways. But I didn't hit any pavement. So I didn't even slide on the pavement.
Lucky.
I just landed in the nice soft ditch. And like I said, by the grace of God, and I truly believe that. And definitely always a learning experience when you're out on the road and cars pull out in front of you or you go down. Or when I'm training on motorcycles, and I know you have too. You're always learning. You always are learning out there. And so... my 2011 Street Glide. High-sided it, went down on the right side. Of course, I rode it the rest of the trip. It's all cosmetic crap.
Yeah, we just got the toolkit out of my
It's a
saddlebag and
Harley
turned it up.
Davidson. It can handle it.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
We dump them all. You can dump them all day in training.
Just
they
got
can
some
handle
road
it.
rash on it. Nothing, a couple things not bent, but maybe dislodged.
$5,300 worth of
Which
damage.
is crazy because it didn't look like that.
No,
but,
but
you got your inner and your outer fairing, your
and
saddlebag, tank had one little tiny nick in it. Yeah,
and Harley doesn't. If people don't know, Harley doesn't fix the tank. They don't do Bondo. They don't Bondo the tank and Bondo the fender, and they don't fiberglass or plastic the saddlebags. It's all replacement, so they can match the paint perfectly, and that's just the way it is with Harley. That it's cheaper for them to just put a new tank on it than to try to do Bondo and sand it out and repaint it.
Yeah,
so,
you don't see. When's the last time you saw a Harley dealership with the paint booth?
Yeah, no,
it's all for factory. I mean, even the special paint's all factory. It's all sent out from the factory.
Yep, absolutely. And that way they can get a perfect match.
Yep.
And it's cheaper for them. It's cheaper for them to do it that way. So, with that said, anything else about that? So, I guess got
everything straightened up, and we continued our ride.
We did, and continued our. I think we had another couple days of the trip, but
stopped in Boise at Meridian Harley and saw the brand new ones, and you fell in love.
I did, and for more than just looks reasons. Like I said, there are those who have been down and those who are going down. Chewy kind of went down, but that's another. Oh, did we talk about that?
That's so embarrassing.
Okay, yeah, that's another story. But anybody who's ridden thousands and thousands of miles for years and years and years. I mean, I've been close before with cars pulling out in front of me, locking it up, and almost been down. It's just, it's not if you're going down, it's when, and it's how bad it's going to be. So you try to practice all the things you can to minimize, what happens as an end result, because it's just kind of a thing where, I guess you can't be too ignorant that you're going to ride for 20 years or whatever it is.
And think you won't wreck.
And think that you're never, ever going to lay your butt. It's going to happen. You're going to get complacent. And
Ed and I would have ate the back of that cab if we didn't
You
have
guys
ABS.
have been down?
That guy pulled in front of us and hit the brakes, and, man, the same trip.
Boise, right?
God bless. Yeah, in Boise, God bless ABS, because we both stopped inches from his bumper after he pulled in front of us and dynamited his brakes.
You've been down. I've been down. LD's been down twice.
Ed's been down a lot.
Ed's been down a few times. It's just that is the nature of the game. And you bikeaholics out there, I'm preaching to the choir. You guys all know the risks, and you know that it's ignorant to believe that you never will go down, and it's just how bad. But anyways, I saw a 2014 Street Glide Special in Amber Whiskey. Beautiful, beautiful bike. And I had so many close calls this summer with cars pulling out in front of me and whatnot. Sorry, I got sidetracked here, but I got so many close calls on collisions and stuff, and I realized I cut costs on my 2011. I didn't get ABS. Well, with the new 2014, it's awesome because not only does it have ABS, and it has integrated brake system. And as many close calls I have, the wife was like, "Yeah, that's a get, no problem." And I had tested. We had our department, unspecified agency, went all back to Harleys for police motors bikes, and they're beautiful. But before that, they had for a little bit they had some Hondas, the Honda STs or whatever they are. And anyways, we were out on the course, and Harley lent us a bike, and it had the ABS, and that was the first time I got on it. And we were doing brake tests, side by side with the Honda, and they even had ABS on the Honda, but the Harley was amazing. And just to have that control while you're stopping and not have to think.
Yeah, you can still turn.
Yeah.
You can still push the bike around.
A little
it's harder,
bit,
but you can do it.
Exactly. And it's just the fact that
I've done it.
Yeah, exactly. It's the fact that you don't have to put any thought into with the integrated brakes, which Harley's calling the reflex brake system. But integrated means, essentially in a nutshell, is I can basically get in a panic, which I hope I don't do, but get in a panic and I can grab as much front as I want, and it automatically tells the back through sensors, hey, there should be some back brake in this too, and it starts braking the back for you in ABS.
And vice versa.
And vice versa. You can grab back as much as you want, and it'll actually start braking the front. Beautiful thing Harley did. And I don't want to get too much in this because I'm going to do a whole nut, but the awesome thing they did is they did it. It will only activate 20 to 25 miles an hour. So when you're doing low speed course stuff, the police motors, it's not going to affect you on the course like the Hondas did. It would start doing the integrated brake system at 5 miles an hour. It'd screw you up.
Right.
So
you're trying to drag a little bit rear brake, and now you're getting front.
Now you're
you
getting
don't
front.
Want it
No,
in
exactly.
In slow stuff.
So Harley really did some thought. And so I did. I think the bike is awesome. If you guys want to go, I did a full review blog on it. And I also did, embedded in that blog is a YouTube video with a complete overview of that bike, everything you need to know about it. And I will do a podcast on it, lawabidingbiker.com/2014 2014 Street Glide Special. That easy. So /2014 Street Glide Special. And you'll be able to learn about it. It is an awesome bike in many, many ways, but that was really the selling point to me. And this is the first year, Harley has had ABS. This is the first year they went with the integrated reflex brake system. And if you're going to be riding as much as we do, it's just, ABS is great, and at least have that. But obviously from here on out, all the Harleys are going to have the reflex brake system. So cheers to Harley for doing that. And they did a great job. I've tested it. I've been out riding with that bike and put it to the test, and it stops amazing. Absolutely amazing. So yeah. What else you got, Matt?
I will have one here in the next year or two.
Yes, Matt is looking forward to it. He rode mine very little, and we have so much to say about this. I want you to ride it again before we do the podcast review on it.
Can you put some manly bars on it first?
Nope. I'm keeping the stock because I'm a short little guy.
I don't know if I can ride it with those stock bars on it.
Matt's got to have 8s because he's
the stock bars get into my thighs, my legs.
But at least ride it, and if you come back, and so we can talk about it a little bit.
Dude, just the short time I got on it the other day, I could feel how tight the bike was. I mean, it felt like a sport bike to me.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And it corners like that too.
And I have an 08, so I've got 09s when they changed the frame and made a lot of changes, and obviously in 14 they made some more too, but it was a huge difference. Wow.
Yeah. So hopefully look forward to that episode. Dude, we have so much, but we are done. We're just about out of time. We didn't even get to part of what we wanted to, but still, I think a very productive episode. I hope you guys learned a lot. Chewy?
Thanks for having me, you guys.
Absolutely. You gonna do some more with us?
Oh, you betcha.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, you need to come with some opinions next time and just throw it.
Hey, I like it. He's just settling in, just kind of starting out. He's not trying to overdo it.
He's our first.
He'll slowly move on, and he's just going to keep ramping up.
You're right.
You wait after 2 or 3 more, we won't even be able to get a word in edgewise.
No, he'll probably be sitting up here running this whole system.
Yeah.
Be in my spot. That's how every episode will open. Yeah. But I will say, cheers to you. First guy that popped his cherry that didn't end the episode slurring his words.
Oh, that's right.
Because usually guys get so nervous, as we've talked in the past, and you can hear it in past episodes. Guys, their first time, get a little bit nervous and
I'll just have to say
have a little too much sauce.
You didn't have
water.
You didn't have to cut my mic off. Popeye.
And there was no swearing words. I don't even have to either.
Outstanding.
No swearing words. So very nice. I don't even have to do any post editing. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the Law Abiding Biker podcast. Again, make sure and rate us on iTunes if you can. We would really appreciate that. Of course, you can get us on all platforms: iTunes, Zune, BlackBerry. You can go to Stitcher Radio, or you can listen from your desktop or laptop right from, or an iPod, or an Android.
Whatever you got.
I do have an Android.
Stitcher Radio. Have you got that app?
I don't.
If you get Stitcher Radio, it's easier to listen to it. You probably listen to it from the web.
I listen to it, yeah.
Yeah. If you get Stitcher Radio, it's a free app that works pretty good for the Androids. Anyways, head over to iTunes. Check that out. Any last thoughts, guys? Otherwise, we're going to close it out.
Your wife's chili was awesome.
Outstanding.
Amen. It was
outstanding.
Very good.
Thank you for me.
I might just have another bowl after this episode.
I've already had 3. I'm bloated. I can't have another one.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for the donations. If you feel so inclined, please do so. Homepage, lawabidingbiker.com. And again, if you want to buy any of the videos, that supports us too, and you get something in return for it. We're humbled by the support. Keep it coming. Nothing but love.
Peace
Keep the
love.
rubber side down.
Peace and love. And the shiny side up.
Let me let him do it too.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad you do it.
You're looking at your screen.
I'm glad
Usually you give us the you look at us like, okay, it's your turn.
No, I'm glad you did it, but I'm going to make him do it too.
Okay.
Keep the rubber side down.
Let's pretend like. Oh no, hold on. Just give it just a second.
Keep the rubber side down.
And the shiny side up.
Nah, that was a little lackluster.
Keep the rubber side down.
And the shiny side up.
Attaboy.
Okay.
We're out.
Like a trout.
Attaboy.
Later, guys.
Thank you for listening to the Law Abiding Biker Podcast. Please listen to our next episode.